The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network, as tonight we are under the lights here at Daytona, the World Center of Racing. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. My name is KR Soltis. I hope you guys are strapped in here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, because we are going to have a spectacular night of racing. Qualifying is underway. The 3 of Alex Green making his way on to the speedway, trying to get that black number 3 up to speed. A lot of drivers out on the track. See if we can get everybody shown. Maybe, I don't know. Hunter Reynolds in the 26, getting his car up to speed. He's about ready to take the green flag. And so Reynolds on the clock. The 46 of David Overstreet already through turns 1 and 2. The battle for the top spot is underway. We'll see who can come out on top. Strom in the 87 out there. He's just taking the green flag. Drops down to the inside of 1 and 2. Jeff Crosby Sr. in the 15. Trying to hug that yellow line. We are at the very smooth Daytona Super Speedway. Last week we were at the bumpy one, the Legacy track. And tonight we're in a much smoother position. Anthony English, driver of the 44, on top of the leaderboard right now. What did I change? I think I changed any of that. Not sure why it's not showing the times. But Jeff Crosby Jr. on top of the leaderboard with a time of 50.57. There we go. I knew I'd figure it out. I got there. We got there. Just took a minute. Good grief. 17 drivers have turned in a lap time so far, and the one of Josh Ball running high, wide, and handsome as Kevin Freeze takes over the top spot with a 50.55. Final few moments of qualifying here. Nate Warren crosses the line. He moves into 20th spot. Drops down to 21st. There's John Guerrero up into 11th. So far, 22 drivers have taken a time. So with that being said, we're going to step away for the national anthem. No one go anywhere. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the delay there. The wife is not home tonight, so I had to deal with my children's. Parents will understand, so ask for your forgiveness there as I was not back in time. So let's get right into our starting lineup as our field rolls out on this one. Row number 1, Kevin Freese, Jeff Crosby Jr. Row 2, Anthony English, Cody Nichols. Row number 3, Josh Ball, Dustin Logston. Row 4, that is none other than Sean McCarra and Jimmy Reynolds. Row number 5, Zach Workman and Peter DeBorgia. Row 6, going to be made up of Hunter Reynolds and John Guerrera. Row 7, Richard Kuhn and Adam Kilday. Row number 8, Zach Fritsch, Andy Brigante. Row 9, Alex Green, Casey Gilchrist. Row 10, David Overstreet and Jeremy Stanley. Row number 11, Andrew Schroeder and Jeff Crosby Sr. Row 12, Adam Schramm and Nate Warren. Row 13, Stephen Miles and Vicente Gerberber. Row 14, Dave Hunt and Rick Sanchez. And that is it. The only one we're missing is the 53 of Dave Hunt. He did not make the call to the grid. So Dave Hunt hopefully going to be able to make it out there, but possibly starting up from pit lane. Field racked and stacked. Our Ford Mustang pace car gonna head for pit road, and for the first time here tonight, our front row, Kevin Freese, Jeff Crosby Jr., green flag in the air, and away we go for race number 7 here in the season 13 championship battle. Or I guess it's not championship yet, but yeah, season 13 things. Good grief, KR. Lap number 1 going to be through turns 1 and 2. Kevin Freese has the advantage. Down on that yellow line, he and Anthony English, Josh Ball, all those cars dropping the left side tires below the yellow line. Everyone trying to stay committed, tucked in. Off of turn number 4 for the first time. A lap is going to be led. The 25 out of shape through turns 4. And Kevin Freese leads the opening lap as he jumped up in front of the 1 of Josh Ball. Dave Hunt in the 53. Down on the apron, he is going to lose a lap, but he has joined the race. And that is 29 cars out on the speedway now, with Dave Hunt finding himself 1 lap down. Side by side, the 44 and the 25 through 3 and 4. The lights are on here tonight. Nice cool temperature. We'll take a moment and take a look at our weather here tonight. Track temp right now 76 degrees, wind at 1 mile an hour, and air temp is 75. Jeremy Stanley in the 60 right now has our fastest lap of the race. That is going to change probably at least one more time coming around, but right now a 46.522 fastest lap of the race as we're on board with Jeremy Stanley past the start finish line. And we do have a new fast lap. That is Nate Warren earning a 46.476. So Warren in the 16 has the new fast lap. We are fully up to speed now Go on board with the 47 of Richard Kuhn. Richard finding himself in 12th place. Not a whole lot of movers and shakers just yet. Everyone pretty much running 1 or 2 spots from where they took the green flag. As Richard Kuhn carries us onto the back stretch. 47 trying to break into the top 10. And Richard looking for his first win here in season 13. Meanwhile, the battle at the front. Holy smokes, it just blew half my brains out with those sneezes. Holy cow. I'm gonna need those brain cells back. Kevin Freeze, Anthony English. Side by side, these guys have been stuck door to door since they put themselves there. Dave Hunt in the 53. Running all by himself. Started from pit road. Already 1 lap down and finds himself not quite as fast as everyone else. He is going to need the help of a yellow flag very quickly. He is already 1 lap down and then another half a lap. So it will not be too long before this pack swallows him up once again if he cannot get that yellow and get back onto the lead lap. So as we are working lap 7 of stage number 1, let's take a moment here and go through some of our season information coming into tonight. As things stand, Zach Fritsch with 2 wins. And we did see Zach Fritchie miss the race last week, but he has 2 wins. He is well in the top 24. He will make you don't have to have a minimum race count this year, like, or this season, like we have in past seasons. You just have to be in the top 24. Cody Neagles with 1 win. Ryan Reynolds, Hunter Reynolds, and Jimmy Reynolds each have 1 win, and throw in Sanchez. Speaking of Sanchez, he is in trouble just a little bit, but not terrible. He came into tonight 23rd in the point standings. Go ahead and take a look at our race info for this one here tonight. It is the midpoint of the regular season. 7 of 13 races for the regular season. That will set our 16-car field. Sanchez, as I mentioned, he is on the bubble. He is sitting 23rd. Have to be top 24 for that win and you're in to count for you. And of course, tonight, our stages are at 25 and 50. And of course, you want to make sure you save that fast repair as long as you can, because you never know when you're going to need it desperately once again. As the field makes its way across the start finish line, Kevin Freeze, Josh Ball leading the front row. Take a look at what happened last week. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 picked up the race win. Crosby Sr., Adam Kilday, Reynolds, and McCara round out your top 5. Stage 1 went to Cody Nagels. Stage 2 went to Kevin Freeze. It won't be long now before we see these guys come down pit road. Again, the yellow flag will not come out at the end of stage 1 or stage 2 unless there's an incident on track. And that has really changed the strategy of the way that these guys race. Whereas we would try and see first round of green flag pit stops around lap 7, lap 8. Well, now you have no idea when that yellow flag is going to come out, so you plan accordingly. You want to try and get all you can out of each and every tank of fuel. So with that being said, we might see these guys come down pit road around lap 15, 16, 17, maybe even around lap 18 for some of them. While all that talking has been going on, we do have two distinct groups here. Group 1, Jeff Crosby Jr., Josh Ball lead that group, but group number 2, well, it was Zach Fritsch, but just like that, they swap positions, and the 14 of Vicente Guerrero leads this second group with Adam Schramm, Stephen Miles, and Bubba Winningham. David Overstreet tucks in behind the 66. Jeff Crosby Sr. in the 15, and Zach Fritsch dropping all the way to the back of this group. Then we do have a third group. This is a smaller group. This is Rick Sanchez and Alex Green. And then Nate Warren and Dave Hunt have lost the draft. They are running around there by themselves. And in fact, Dave Hunt getting very close to going another lap down. As you can see, the field close in on him. Hunt across the start finish line. And now the lead pack crosses it as well. So roughly about a 5-second gap. You guys will catch him up next lap or two. So Ball has the lead. The 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. battling on the outside. Dave Hunt going to be a factor here, maybe through the tri-oval. Hunt drops down below the yellow line. Good heads-up driving by the 53. Unfortunately, he is now 2 laps down and in need of a lot of help. Hunt in trouble this early due to starting from pit lane. And when he rolled out, he was getting passed by the field on the apron. He was on the apron of 1 and 2. The field went by. They'd already done a lap. So starting from pit lane isn't terrible. Starting from pit lane and already being 1 lap down as soon as you start rolling out, that's not good. We have had a few drivers hit pit road. Vicente Guerrero leads this group off of pit lane. Nate Warren gonna flash on by. Stephen Miles, Adam Schramm, those guys making a pit stop. Bubba Winningham also hitting pit road. So our first group of drivers to hit pit lane. 66 of Winningham gonna go a lap down here as he's not quite up to speed. Guerrero, Miles, and Schramm. Left side tires and fuel, or probably right side tires and fuel, I should say. As Winningham is back on pit road. Not sure what happened to the 66, but he is back on pit lane. Josh Ball and Cody Nichols from the front of the field pulled onto pit road. That gives the lead to the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. He battles with the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. Next group peels off from pit lane. Anthony English, Sean McCarra, Richard Kuhn, Casey Gilchrist, Adam Kilday, and Andy Brigante peel off from pit road. Nate Warren and Bubba Winningham are down and away. Bubba Winningham going to get passed by Dave Hunt. So the problems for the 66 not only put him 2 laps down, but now put him in 29th spot. Green flag pit stops have a way of spreading the field out, and the 33 going to come down pit road all by himself. Andrew Schroeder and John Guerrera hit pit lane as well, but nobody to that back bumper of the 33. We'll see how this works out for him. He did pit from the race lead, but having that drafting help as soon as possible and as long as possible is going to be very important. And we could see Jeff Crosby lose some spots here if he is not able to get that help that he will need. Logston in the 81. Out in front for the first time tonight. Dustin going to peel off for pit road. This entire front group peels off for pit lane. The 26 and the 19 make contact. Hold on to it, Zach. Hunter and Zach made contact. Very aggressive entry on the pit road by the 25. Jeff Crosby Jr. going to get swallowed up by Josh Ball in the 1. So Josh Ball leading everyone who has made a pit stop right now. Kevin Freeze and that group on the apron. They are digging hard to get up to speed. You can see them just ahead. Josh Ball going to get some help here. Pick up that free energy. He closes in on the 66 and the 16. And we're going to spread out a little bit here. Very tight to the outside wall. And Josh Ball takes over the race lead. Anthony English making a move to the outside, the 44 with the run. Can he get to that race lead? Jeff Crosby Jr., now that this cycle has completed, he hit pit road in first place. When it's all said and done, finds himself in 10th. That just shows you how important having that help right away is. John McCarra in the 71. Looking very solid right now in that outer lane. He has Casey Gilchrist in the 31 working with him. Let's take a look at our teammates at Flat Out Motorsports. Casey Gilchrist, Sean McCarra, going Alex Green, Jeff Crosby Sr., and the 47 of Richard Kuhn. It's our team for Flat Out Motorsports. As Josh Ball moves up to the outside lane, the 44 of Anthony English. Oh, hold on to it. That middle lane getting out of shape. Peter DeBorgia last time around turned the fastest lap of the race at a 46.16. Stage number 1 starting to draw to a close. And there's trouble. Multiple cars spinning. Yellow flag going to come out. And I believe Josh Ball will be our stage winner. Anthony English was spinning. He wasn't the only one. So our first caution of the night in the air, and trouble at the front of the field. Sean McCara, Anthony English. Several other cars didn't quite catch who that was. '19 is Zach Workman able to get through it. Go on board with Anthony English here. English hard smack into that wall. So with this yellow flag coming out, it does look like the one of Josh Ball is going to be our stage winner. Take one more look at this. So the field makes its way on the pit road. Josh Ball leads everyone on the pit lane. And let's see if we can't get a quick word in with the driver of the number 1. Josh Ball, you got you. Oh my goodness. Josh, you got your ears on, bud?
Yes, sir.
Hey, well, congratulations on the stage win, man.
Thank you. Yeah, we were able to keep it out front there and pick up a second stage win this season.
All right, we were riding on board with the 1. As you were coming around, you had that car up to speed, and it was the end of the green flag pit stop cycle. Man, did you skirt along that wall to try and make it by and take over the race lead?
Yeah, I touched it a little bit, and I know that kind of worried the people, and I seen there was a bunch of scatter behind me, but yeah, I mean, we were planning to go. They even said the guys in front of us were saying they were just going to stay bottom. Well, then we came off the corner and they didn't stay bottom, so it was kind of tough to judge, and I thought I had enough room and just barely.
Well, man, close call there, but however, that 1 was able to hold on to it. The chaos behind you, how much did that make you pucker as well?
Well, yeah, I saw the third lane Kevin come in, and I know Sean had just pushed me clear, and I was going to go down to the bottom, which I did right in front of Anthony, and I think that just upset Sean a little bit, and he may have thought I was staying with him, and I think he hit the guy below, but it is what it is. But yeah, it got me a stage win, so I'll take it,
All right, man. Well, shout outs, thank yous, anything you need to add for this stage win?
Obviously everybody just putting on the league and UKR for coming out and broadcasting us, and iRacing for having the servers right this week. So and my teammates, Cody, Steven, Vince, Adam.
All right, man. Well, nice job, Josh. Once again, congratulations on the stage win.
Thanks, Kara.
Ah, man, I got him wrong again. All right, that is Josh Ball. That's twice. I put him in the wrong room twice. First time when I was pulling him in, and then the second time, just stuffed him in the first room that looked like he belonged and wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. All right, so we're gonna rack them and stack them. Our first caution about to come to an end. Josh Ball, Zach Workman on the front row for this restart. Row number 2. That is Dustin Logston. No, sorry, that is the 60 of Jeremy Stanley. They are running very similar paint schemes. Jeremy Stanley and Richard Kuhn for row 2. Kevin Fries, Casey Gilchrist, row 3. Then row 4 is Dustin Logston and Hunter Reynolds. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Everyone gets through the gearbox cleanly. After our first yellow of the night, we do have 2 cars still not on the lead lap. They are 2 laps down. Nate Warren, I believe he was the one who got his lap back. But Dave Hunt, Bubba Winningham, 2 laps down. They are out there battling. They haven't given up just yet. The 19 of Workman, second lane, falling back just a little bit. Third lane, trying to make something happen. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 up to the top shelf. Not fully committed there. Now he drops down to the inside. Casey Gilchrist in the 31, committed to that third lane. So Gilchrist the leader of the third lane, and they have some momentum. Couple drivers there turning their fastest lap of the race. Anthony English, Andrew Schroeder, Cody Nagels, and Dave Hunt all turning their best laps so far. So business not slowing down a whole lot out there. Going to take a look at Peter DeBorgia and his last few laps, and you can see the progression from yellow flag to green flag racing, just how fast it can end up going. Right now, DeBorgia has our fastest lap of the race at a 46.16. That is flat out flying around here at Daytona. We'll see if anyone else can match that lap time. But at 46.16 is flat out getting it done. All right, so stage one went to Josh Ball in the number one. Now they're racing 3 wide here, getting close to the midpoint of stage number 2. So let me know, ladies and gentlemen, who you think can win stage number 2. And let me know who you think is going to win the race. With the yellow flag that we had, everyone is bunched up. This is everyone you see on the screen. Nobody is by themselves. They're all right here in turns 1 and 2. And trouble down the backstretch as they came off of turn number 2. Richard Kuhn gonna get clobbered a couple of times. Bubba Winningham spinning. David Overstreet. Jeff Crosby Sr. involved. Looks like John Guerrero. Hunter Reynolds in the 26. So yellow flag out. And several cars in trouble down the backstretch. Casey Gilchrist and Richard Kuhn getting together. Zach Fritsch with nowhere to go. On board with the 12. Take one last look here from the blimp and see how it all develops. The 31 and the 47 just not communicating very well. So with that being said, everyone hits pit road once again, and I do believe that will be the only time that they will need to hit pit lane here in stage number 2. Zach Workman in the 19 wins the race off of pit road, side-by-side battle. Kevin Freeze, Josh Ball, but Kevin comes out on top. So with that being said, guys, gonna take a quick break. No one go anywhere. Be right back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As our field is racked and stacked, we're going to get back after it. Sean Stevens chiming in saying that stage 2 winner is going to be the 19 of Zach Workman, but the race winner will be the 85 of Adam Kilday. So the winner coming up from Vendetta Motorsports. This is an interesting call here. Spreading this one out a little bit. I like it. Sean, good shot, good picks there. The 19 on the front row for this restart. We're going to see what he has, if he can hold on to it and pick up stage number 2. Second caution done and over with. Green flag in the air. We are back underway once again. Workman looking for his first stage win. Josh Ball, with winning stage number 2, picked up his second stage win of the season. I do want to point out that with that yellow flag, Dave Hunt did get 1 lap back. He was 2 laps down, got one of those back. He now finds himself 1 lap down. He is the only car at the moment that is 1 lap down. Of the 53 of Dave Hunt, who started from pit road and has been in a fight to get back into this one, finally is going to recover a lap. And now he just needs a little bit more help to get 1 more lap back. He drops down below the yellow line here. Not sure what happened to the 53. Oh, he is letting the field go by. Good call by the 1. I like it. You're the only car 1 lap down right now. Why risk anything? Why not just let those guys by? Because even a 0x will eliminate you from getting the free pass. So I like to say just let them on by. If you're not racing anybody, hang out at the back of this pack and let it ride and see what happens. Because even if you were to get all the way back to the front of this field, you would still need a yellow flag to cycle you around back to the lead lap at the tail end of the field. So no matter what, you need the help of the yellow. So if you are the only car 1 lap down, then just let it ride. And there it is, trouble. Off of turn number 4, Zach Workman. Hard impact. And Dave Hunt looked like he made the right call. Backed it down. I think Dave Hunt, for the first time in 39 laps, is going to be on the lead lap. We'll see what happens here. And let's see what happened to the front of the field. Workman in the 19 got turned. And then it was chaos behind him. Josh Ball, Workman, Kevin Freeze going up and over. Hard hit for the 25. Did not see that one. Right on board with the 25 here, and man, he just launches. I think this one deserves a gyro cam. Big trouble for the 25. That one's gonna need a fast repair. I don't. Kevin, good grief. Thank goodness for cartoon racing. We know you're okay, but yeah, that fast repair gonna have to be used on that one. Our third yellow flag of the night coming out. The house did not make a call, so if you wanted to bet your internet bucks, I kind of forgot to make the call. But we will go. The house is gonna go with 9 once again. Keep in mind we did have a yellow flag at stage 1, so that is a wild card that will play into the house's favor. I can claim it or I cannot. However, it is to my benefit. Same with stage number 2. Should we get a caution that ends the stage prematurely, I can count it or I cannot. But the house is calling 9 cautions. And we shall see. Have to go under or over, and then tell me how many internet bucks you are gambling. So Stevens has the under. So Stevens, how many internet bucks are you going to gamble away? Keep in mind that I will come to collect, and if you can't pay up, I will break your legs. Wait, no, sorry, that was previous job. No, this, I'll break a finger. No, you'll be fine. Mostly. Kevin Nagel's dropping everything he owns on 8 on the roulette wheel. Well, let's find out later on if he is correct. He's not going over, he's not going under. He is saying specifically 8 cautions. Kevin, if you get it wrong, I get your house. John Stevens bet a quadzillion. Oh my goodness, the house is gonna go broke if I'm not winning. I don't even have a quadzillion or 839 gigillion. All right, so for the third time tonight, the field is slowed down. They have been racked and stacked. They have been shuffled. They have been scattered. They have been scrambled. And right now they are over easy. Vicente Guerrero, Alex Green on the front row. Anthony English, Zach Fritch, row number 2. Row 3 will be the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. to his outside, the 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr. Yes, Kevin, I will be taking your doghouse. There is nothing you can do about it. Green flag in the air once again, the 14 and the 3. Vicente and Alex did not come down pit road during this caution period. They have chosen track position over tires. We will see how this pans out for them. Kevin, does your doghouse have fleas? I don't want your doghouse if it has fleas. That's how you get the bubonic plague, the Black Death. Do want to point out that Dave Hunt did get back on the lead lap. However, John Guerrera in the 59 throughout that exchange did go a lap down, so we still have 2 cars not on the lead lap. John Guerrera 1 lap down, Bubba Winningham in the 66 2 laps down. So Guerrera gonna try and dig out of his hole that he's in. And it's been a rough first half of the race for the 59. I believe he's been caught up in 3 incidents so far tonight. Maybe 2. But I know at least 2. I feel like maybe there's a 3rd involved, but definitely 2. The first one and this most recent one. We are on board with the 59. And trouble through 1 and 2. And John Guerrero gonna make contact there, and he will not get the free pass because of it. Able to hold on to it without taking any more damage, but the fourth yellow flag of the night has flown. The yellow flag out once again. 4th caution of the night. Let's take a look at what happened. Anthony English, hard spin. And then the field with nowhere to go. Logston nose first into the outside wall. Nate Warren getting a piece of this. It looks like the 44 just not getting through the corner very well. Jeff Crosby Jr. tags the back bumper. On board with Cody. 81 gets airborne, and man, holding on to that, locking it down. The 6 of Cody Nagel is able to keep rolling with some damage sustained. So Vicente Guerrero stays out. Top 10, make it top 12. Stay out. Everyone else on to pit road. Logston, Freeze, Reynolds, Workman, Reynolds, DeBorgia, Kuhn, Brigante, Overstreet, Stanley, Schroeder, Schramm, Warren, Sanchez all hit pit lane. Anthony English in the 44. Looks like he is gone behind the wall. His night is done. Sean Stevens says, look at Dave Hunt point of view. All right, we will take one more look at this one. It better be good. Better be good. Where is Dave Hunt? Did he pit? No, he stayed out. Dave Hunt, after being multiple laps down, he has stayed out, finds himself into the top 10 right now. We're going to see how he got through this one here tonight. The 4th yellow flag comes out on board with the 53. Here we go. A lot of damage just ahead of him. Good heads up driving by the 53. Kevin, if I win the doghouse, I won't need help loading it. I'm just gonna show up and I'm gonna have all my little minions. They're gonna jump out, they're gonna throw it in the back of the truck, and we're gonna drive off. We're not even gonna say hi. We're just gonna take it. Just gonna grab it and go. I might pet your dog. It's actually, there's probably not a might about it. Like, I'm going to. You can't stop me. All right, so 4 yellow flags have been displayed so far this wonderful night here at Daytona. Vicente Guerrero, Alex Green on the front row for this restart. Zach Fritsch and Jeff Crosby Sr. make up row number 2. Row 3, Adam Kilday and the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. Field makes its way down the back stretch. So we do have one car out of the race now. That is the 44 of Anthony English. John Guerrero still finds himself 1 lap down. Bubba Winningham 2 laps down. That being said, 26 cars on the lead lap. Jeremy Stanley in the 60, trying to catch up to the tail end of the field here. Currently scored as the last car on the lead lap. He's going to blast by several vehicles here. And Stanley gets in line behind the 41 of Peter DeBorgia. Here we go, green flag in the air. Once again, as Jeremy Stanley in the 60 takes us on board for this restart. Stanley with some damage, falling back a little bit here. Can't quite keep up. Now starts to close the gap on the 41. The 66 of Bubba Winningham down to the inside of the 60. .33 finding himself 3 wide, stuck in the middle and falling back. The Borgia with oh, what is that? Outrunner. I think I will outrun paint scheme. That's what that 41 looks like, that arcade outrun video game. Correct me if I'm wrong, as I usually am, but that does look like the cover for Outrun. Peter DeBorgia, one of those retro gamers. Haven't heard that anyone has beaten his Days of Thunder record. So well, if we get the chance, we'll ask him. But I don't think anyone has beaten his Days of Thunder world record for completing the Daytona 500 in the Days of Thunder Nintendo game. He's got it down to a science, and that's what it takes. Getting it figured out, all the timing, getting it all correct. I watched him. I didn't watch his. Oh, it's trouble. Oh my, Cody Nagels in the 6 gets airborne. Alex Green involved. Sean McCara in the 71 pointed in the wrong direction. Dave Hunt in the 53 there again. But Cody Nagels in the 6. And he is unable to continue. We will need assistance on the pit road, and that is not a good sign for the fans of the 6. That car was tore up from the floor up, and you can see we go on board. Hard hit by the 6. Take another look at it here. Looks like the 15 and the 3 get together. Man, did the 71 get some air as well. He almost got into the catch fence. Looked like at the last second he got the concrete wall. Or I should say the safer barrier. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine if Sean McCara actually got launched into the catch fence? So hard hit for the 71, the 6, the 3. It's like the 1 of Josh Ball. And everyone coming onto pit road. And I did miss who was in front when this happened. Looked like maybe the 14 of Vicente Guerrero. Take one more look here. The 14 is ahead when all that happens. I believe the 14 is going to win stage number 2. Adam Kilday wins the race off of pit road. There's the 14. Let's see if we can confirm or deny Vigente picking up a stage win. Vigente, you got your ears on, bud?
What up, KR?
Hey, you know, some of us can't count, so can you confirm or deny a stage win here?
I cannot confirm. I don't know. When does it end? 49 or 50? The end of 50?
Yeah, the completion of lap 50.
I mean, I was up front. I mean, technically, yeah, I guess.
All right, fine. We will unofficially declare you the stage 2 winner. Man, I'll tell you what, that was a wild crash behind you.
I bet. I can't wait to watch that one. What happened, KR?
Everyone died and you were out in front.
Oh, wow. Cool. Awesome.
Well, you
I'll
pick
take
up your
that.
first stage win of the season unofficially because, you know, it is going to be close whether we can do math or not. But how's the 14 feeling out there tonight?
I'm feeling pretty good today, actually. I mean, you know, I felt maybe it's time to change my driving style and just race different. I mean, I was informed that even if I win, I have to finish 24th or above in points, so I better get my shit together and, pardon my French, but start doing, being more productive.
Yeah, Vicente, you've done 4 races, not counting tonight, and you are in 33rd place. So, yeah, you got to be in the top 24, and that's a lot of points you got to gain here in the next 6 races.
Yeah, but anything's possible. I just gotta put a lot of extra work into it and have faith.
All right, well, the 14, we're calling you the stage 2 winner until someone tells me otherwise. So, Vicente, any shout outs, thank yous, anything you'd like to say for this win?
I want to shout out my wife for letting me race and give me the eye, grabbing the last beer here. So I want to thank her.
Oh, the last beer.
Oh yeah, it's the last one, so I'll be sober from here on out.
Oh, well, better grab another one. There's going to be a couple more yellows.
Look here, I'm gonna open it up right now. Look here.
Ooh, wait, hold on. I got one for you too. Hold on. There we go.
I didn't hear nothing.
Oh, well, sucks to be you.
Yeah.
All right, man. Good luck. I better get you back to your room.
All right, thanks, KR.
That is Vicente Guerrero winning stage number 2 as the green flag is back out once again. I completely lost track of where we were at. Adam Kilday in the front with Nate Warren on his outside, and that green flag is out. We are back underway. And just like that, the 85 and a single car spin down below the racing line. Not going to bring out the yellow flag. He goes from the front to the back. Let's take a look at that one more time. What happened to the 85? Sanchez on his back bumper, just not going to match up very well. And the 85 goes for a spin down to the inside. But per league rules, a single car spin will not bring out the yellow as long as it is below that racing line or below the yellow line. So tough break for the 85. He goes from the front of the field to 20 seconds behind the race leader. Not how he would like to start this last half of the race. Plenty of time though to get back into it. Adam Kilday not out of this race just yet. John McCarra, Cody Ningles, Bubba Winningham, and Josh Ball all finding themselves one lap down. We now have a 4-way battle for drivers to earn that free pass and to get one of their laps back. John Guerrera into pit road. I believe this is an unscheduled stop for Guerrera. We'll see what happens here with the 59. But a long time on pit road already for the 59. Sanchez, Workman, 1 and 2. They work their way across the start-finish line. 5 yellow flags have been displayed so far tonight. Kevin calling for 8. Sean Stevens says that there is going to be under on the 9. It's a house called 9 yellow flags. So 2 of those yellow flags did come at the end of the stage. And the house is going to call those wild cards. And they will always go in the house favor. So, right now the spread would be from like 7 to 11. And I totally have no idea how to gamble. I am making it up on the fly, just so y'all know. That's how the house is going to win in this casino. It's my gambling rules. You can play by them if you want, or don't. I don't care. I already have all your internet bucks anyways. So Sanchez and Workman, 1 and 2, the 5 out in front. Sanchez with a win earlier this year, or earlier this season. Came into tonight 23rd in points. Keep in mind, you have to be in that top 24. So Sanchez just needs to put together some solid runs. Doesn't even really have to put himself in bad situations. Just needs to earn enough points that he is inside the top 24 when the regular season ends. Now granted, a couple wins will go a long way to help do that, but can't fall back and end up 35th because you were going for a win when a 13th place would have done just fine. Richard Roberts chiming in saying, what time did this start? Mr. Roberts, been a while since I've seen you. Good to have you with us here again tonight. It started at 7:30 Central, so about an hour and 15 minutes to go. Hour and 15 minutes ago. And Mark Mann is not out there tonight. Hall of Fame Racing, as it looks right now, does not have any drivers out there. Dustin Logston has pulled on the pit road, the 81. Into his pit box. We'll see how long of a stay he has there. John Guerrera, after an extended stop, has rejoined the race. But Guerrera not on the lead lap. 5 and the 16 across the start finish line. Sanchez and Warren, those two side by side, they're going to make their way into turn 1. Lap car choosing the outside lane. That is the one of Josh Ball. He is going to lose another lap. That car is tore up from the floor up. So Ball doing what he can to get out of the way. Now he's going to try and blend in. Mr. Roberts, I have not seen Miss Mara in chat at all yet here for season 13. I don't know if she's just not saying hello or if she's not here. So, but so far I've not seen her. Alex Green in the 3. Having a good showing here tonight as he creeps up to the 47. Close racing and Adam Kilday going to go a lap down here. So Kilday in the 85, 1 lap down. That gives us 21 cars on the lead lap. Kilday, McCara, Cody Nagels, Bubba Winningham, all 1 lap down. The only car out of the race, Anthony English. Dustin Logston in the 81. Oh, the 19 drops down below the yellow line. Zach Workman looking for a spot to blend in and does behind the 17. Kevin Friesen, the 25, is going to pick him up. And Free is going to help him get back up to speed. Stephen Miles in the 24 going a lap down. We now have 20 cars on the lead lap. Jeff Crosby Sr. in the 15 is now the last car on the lead lap, and he is running all by himself. And he has some problems. Being alone on a super speedway is a terrible thing. This is terrible. Terrible, I tell you. Richard Kuhn in the 47 trying to lead a lap. Nate Warren in the 16 not letting him get away with it. Our drivers were last on pit road on lap 51. We're working lap 66. So it's time to start thinking about when you are going to hit pit road. Those fuel tanks not quite dry just yet. Here comes Andy Brigante in the 13. Brigante peels off the pit lane. Mr. Roberts, I believe that it is Kevin Freeze. However, I do believe that he has been called either one so much that he just he doesn't know anymore. Hunter Reynolds in the 26, taking over the top spot. Nate Warren, Sean McCara. 3 cars down along that yellow line. McCara, the first car 1 lap down. That 71 scored in 21st place. McCara battling with Adam Kilday, Cody Nagels, Stephen Miles. All those guys 1 lap down. All of them going to do everything they can to be the lead 1 lap down race car should we get another yellow flag. So far tonight we have been slowed down 5 times. And I do want to report the 81 of Dustin Logston has gone behind the wall, and it looks like his night is done as well. So Dustin Logston able to turn 59 laps, and that will be all she wrote for the number 81. Guys, give it up for Dustin Logston. I know I've said it every time, but I'm going to keep saying it. Dustin Logston, part of the Nerditudes, part of the reason why we have these new overlays that we got. And when I say part of the reason, I also mean he did the majority of the work. There was a couple other people involved, and I was not one of them. Let's just put it that way. So I do want to make sure I always say thank you to Dustin, putting in the effort and giving us some beautiful looking overlays. If you guys are enjoying these overlays, make sure you let Dustin know. Cheer for him a little bit here tonight. You can hit that thumbs up just for the overlay or for the race being put on by the drivers. Either way, let them know you appreciate all their hard work here tonight. Let Dustin know you appreciate his visual appeal, curb appeal that he has given us. We do have a couple cars peeling off for pit road. For Borgia, Fritsch, Crosby Sr., and Miles all hit pit lane there. Hunter Reynolds, our race leader, and Mr. Roberts, David Overwatch. He's doing just fine. It's actually David Overstreet as we have several cars peeling off the pit lane. David Overstreet in the 46, one of the drivers to peel off for pit road this time. We go on board with a 46 as he tries to get into his pit box. Two-tire stop for the 46. Most of these guys taking 2 tires and fuel. One car that has not come down pit road yet. That is the 53 of Dave Hunt, and he is going to peel off for pit lane with the 85 of Adam Kilday. So Dave Hunt giving up the race lead to hit pit road. Hunter Reynolds, Nate Warren, Rick Sanchez, and Sean McCara. Your first 4 cars. Sean McCara, though, the first car 1 lap down. So McCara looking very good right here. He is in a battle with Jeff Crosby Sr., Cody Nagels, and Bubba Winningham. Throw in Stephen Miles as well. Those guys all 1 lap down. Well, that being said, Sean McCara does have to hustle now. But it is a fine line to walk because you need to be hustling, but you do not want to take any sort of contact. I absolutely hate how iRacing has done it, where a super speedway will not give you the wave around even if you get a 0x. I think a super speedway should give you the wave around with a 0x. That's my opinion, though, and iRacing had to draw the line somewhere, and that's where they drew the line. Doesn't have to make sense, doesn't have to be perfect. It's just the way it is. So the 26 is our race leader, single file right now with Nate Warren and Sanchez on the back bumper. Workman in the 19 trying to go to the top shelf along with the 60 of Jeremy Stanley. Starting to make some headway as they work their way forward. One more pit stop on the cards for tonight, and Workman and Stanley now have worked their way to the front and will start battling for the race lead. We do have one more pit stop. I do think we'll see these guys hit pit road with about 14 laps to go. That's about when these tanks are going to run dry, and it's also when the fuel window opens up to get to the end of the race and cover at least one green-white checkered attempt. 27 race cars still out on the speedway. Dustin Logston in 28th place. Anthony English in 29th. Those are the only 2 drivers who are behind the wall who have loaded up, and they are already on the golf course. Anthony English working hole number 4. Dustin Logston just now signing in and getting his golf cart. And the 6th caution of the night has come out. John Guerrero in trouble, Zach Fritsch in trouble. Alex Green taking a spin as well. Let's see if we can figure out what happened here to bring out yellow flag through the tri-oval. Dave Hunt, tough break for Dave Hunt in that 53. Man, oh man. Dave Hunt has been fighting hard to get back into this. Back this up a little bit. We're on board with Alex Green. He makes contact with Overstreet, and around he goes. If we can't take another look here. Who else was involved in getting a piece of this one? Hold on. Something's messed up. It won't let me change things the way I would like. Oh, Zach Fritsch and John Guerrero making contact as well as they were trying to check up. Light contact there. Zach Fritsch kept it off the wall to 59. Spinning onto pit road, does not hit pit lane or pit wall. So yellow flag out once again, and everyone on to pit lane. Sean McCara played his cards right, and McCara going to get one lap back. Workman winning the race off of pit road. Let's see who we haven't talked to a whole lot. Get a word in with our newest inductee into the Hall of Fame this season. That is none other than the 41 of Peter DeBorgia. Peter, you got your ears on, bud?
You really bored up there, huh?
I mean, to be fair, I want to see if I got it right, because
Okay.
I already missed one of your paint schemes. I want to make sure I didn't miss a second one.
Oh, whatever.
What is the inspiration for tonight's paint scheme?
This scheme, just like all the FSR schemes this year, were collaborated on with myself and Jeremy Stanley of Nerd Paints there. And he had this awesome idea for a retro wave deal. So we kind of kept that same sort of like base template for all of them and then colored them out. But the night races at Daytona, the sunset scheme, we had to go with the orange, pink, and the little grid look there. So hats off to him. That was this was 99% his scheme for sure.
All right, so you're calling the retro wave. I called it the outrun, if you can remember.
Yeah, like the Miami looking out, the Sega Genesis game and arcade game. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, boom, nailed it. All right.
Yeah.
I don't want to be accused of missing that again.
No, it's fine. No, I don't. It's not the Daytona USA 87 that I ran a couple broadcasts back, but no, it's good call there. How you been doing tonight, man? You hanging in there?
No, I'm not really hanging in there, but this rope is really strong.
Well, we just got our minute of optional that we've been hanging on to since like lap 48 fixed. So we had a couple incidents there that we couldn't really avoid, and just was trying to nurse it around there with a wounded car as best we could. But we stayed in the lead lap and got the rest of it fixed, and hopefully we got something here for the last 20 laps.
All right, man. Well, good luck in the rest of this race. Before I let you go, those shout outs, thank yous. Anything you need to add?
You in the booth, obviously, toughing it out here for another Monday. All you guys who are watching out there, it makes it really cool we can't see it right now, but when we go back and watch the broadcast the next day and see the conversations and whatnot, it's always cool seeing that many people want to just tune in and watch us play a video game. So appreciate you guys a lot. And my teammates obviously at FSR, and I don't know, my admin guys, I guess. There's a lot of people, but we can't get everybody.
All right, that is Peter DeBorgia from Fuel Sim Racing as we get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Thank you very much, Peter. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us there. So here we go, Green Flag, about ready to come out, pace car down and away. Zach Workman, Hunter Reynolds on the front row for the restart. 6 yellow flags done and over with, and we get back into it once again. This race starting to wind down. And Mr. Roberts, Les Levy is not out on the racetrack here tonight, so he is not able to be interviewed. Not sure where Les is. Sometimes he tells me, sometimes he doesn't. But yeah, Les is not out here tonight. And he is sorely missed. Les has a good... I like Les's sense of humor. It's a good one. Also, I need to talk to Les about the new Corvette that's just dropped, and I want to see if he's going to get it. So we'll see. Reynolds, Workman, side by side as the field gets up to speed. Gonna have 19 laps to go. You'd really have to save some fuel to make it to the end of the race from here. And I'm gonna say it's possible. Not everybody can do it. Workman and Reynolds, right? They're burning some fuel to stay out in front. But somebody behind them who's using the draft might be able to save a little bit of fuel, might be able to make it to the end of this race as long as it doesn't go into a green-white checkered attempt that creates some extra laps. So we'll see how strategy plays out, and we're going to know more in the next few laps. So until then, and hold on, because we're side by side, we do have 22 cars on the lead lap now. Cody Nagels back on the lead lap in the 6. Looks like he has used his fast repair and has been able to hold on to it, that new car, without any damage on it. As Adam Kilday, Josh Ball, and Cody Nagels peel off for pit road, they are going to hit pit lane very early in this run, but this should be the last time that these three have to make a pit stop. So already we're starting to see some of our strategy calls being made. So Kilday, Nagels, Ball on the pit road for what should be their final time. Do want to point out David Overstreet has gone behind the wall. His night is done. So out of the race, David Overstreet scored in 27th. Dustin Logston scored in 28th. And Anthony English in 29th. 3 cars out of the race. We started 29 cars here tonight. Of those 29, 22 are on the lead lap. And if I've said it once, I've probably said it 100 times. here in a super speedway race, and that white flag flies, all you have to do is be on the lead lap, and you got a shot at winning this thing. Oh, Casey Gilchrist, hold on to it. Richard Kuhn maybe going to end up in the sucker hole. And somehow we stayed green. Big moment there, big pucker factor. We keep it green and we keep it wide open. That was a big moment there in the middle of the field. Jackson Broadbent chiming in. How you doing, Jackson? Jackson cheering for the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Fritchie, 2 wins on the season. And right now riding inside the top 10. So Fritchie doing very well. He's the only repeat winner here in season 13. That is the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds getting shuffled up into the high side and falling back very quickly. So Reynolds losing some ground here. John Guerrero maybe going to be the one who picks him up, but no, the 17 did find a spot down behind the 60 of Jeremy Stanley. So Reynolds falls into 12th place. And these guys getting single file here. And with that being said, we're probably going to see them either start hitting pit road or they are trying to save fuel to make it to the end of this race. Keep in mind, Adam Kilday, Cody Nagels already pitted. They have enough fuel. They are running full tilt. Josh Ball right there as well on the same strategy, but Josh not on the lead lap. He could be a factor here as the 71 takes over the top spot and drops down to the inside. He's going to lead the 3 of Alex Green, high, wide, and unhandsome. And the 3 is able to slide in. So good move for the 3. I thought the 71 was just going to abandon him, and that was going to be ugly. Not that Alex is unhandsome. I meant the situation he was in was not pretty. But at the same time, neither is Alex. Just in that moment, I didn't mean to call him ugly, but I am calling him not handsome right now. So our lap times are very well off the pace. And Robert's chiming in. I thought his name was Fishy. It is definitely Fishy. I mean, he is highly suspect. If something goes wrong, it's probably his fault. All right, so Jeff Crosby Sr. has hit pit road. John McCarr, last time around, turned a 47.88. Alex Green turned a 48.31. Gabe Butler chiming in. How you doing, Gabe? So these 3 cars have broke away. 10 laps to go. And I do want to say, I think we are seeing these 3 drivers here. They're going full tilt. And Alex Green and everyone behind him are trying to save fuel to make it to the end of this race without having to come back down pit road. So we are starting to see this strategy play out. Keep in mind, Kilday, Niggles, and Josh Ball already pitted. Last time around, Cody Niggles turned a 46.68, Adam Kilday a 46.50. Vicente Guerrero, Adam Strom, and Peter DeBorgia make their way around. They just turned a 49.31 last time around. So they are pacing themselves very hard right now. Sean McCara got his foot to the floor. Opening up a lead. This pack here, this 3-car group, has a 6.5 second lead and growing. So McCara, Workman, and Warren, they either have enough fuel or are planning on hitting pit road. It's going to be close. I don't know what the right call is here, but I can tell you these three have broke away, and this pack here is doing all they can to save fuel and try and get to the end of this one. But with them bunching up like this and all the snaking that is going on, one yellow flag is going to do it. And everyone's plan goes out the window. Mr. Roberts, yes, Fishy. Fishy is the one that's in the Budweiser car. We'll go on board with the 12 of Zach Fishy as we ride on board with him. And you can see the lap times there, 48, 48, 50, 49, 48. Fishy's best lap time is a 46.53. So 2 seconds slower a lap right now. These guys trying to stretch the fuel. Man, I don't know. I really do not know what the right call is. But I like that the 71, the 19, and the 16, they're going for it. I'd have to say, if I was out there, I'd be going for it too. You never know when that yellow flag is going to come out and change everything. As Dave Hunt goes one lap down, Dave Hunt, man, has he had a heck of a battle in this race. Dave Hunt started from pit road, ended up 2 laps down, battled back to get back on the lead lap. He regained those 2 laps, ended up leading a few laps, and then got caught up in a recent yellow where he went for a spin, and the 53 has not had the speed he has needed since he got in trouble in that one. Stephen Miles has gone behind the wall. Miles scored in 26th place. He will join David Overstreet, Dustin Logston, and Anthony English as the 4 race cars out of the race here tonight. So Sean McCara, Zach Workman, Nate Warren, these 3 guys, last time by, they turned a 47.75. This group has fallen back even further. They're now 9.7 seconds behind. It is being led by the 3 of Alex Green. They are doing all they can to save fuel. And even amongst this group, they're starting to separate out. as Andy Brigante and Andrew Schroeder in 9th and 10th. They're trying to stretch their fuel tanks. As we have 3 laps to go. Only one person is going to win this race. However, that being said, there are at least 5 different strategies going on right now. Do want to check in on Adam Kilday and Cody Nagels. They are still 35 seconds behind the race leader of Sean McCara. They are closing in. And here comes Sean McCara, Zach Workman, and Nate Warren. They are on to pit road. The top 3 have hit pit lane. Alex Green on the pit road. Richard Kuhn hits pit road. Bubba Whittingham on the pit lane. Andy Brigante stays out. 2 laps to go. Brigante last on pit road on lap 78. If we get to the white flag this time, the next flag will be the checkered. The yellow flag will not come out on the final lap. So Andy Brigante and Andrew Schroeder looking like they are in a beautiful spot. Rick Sanchez in position to also pick up his 2nd win of the season. So here we go, off of turn number 4. Andy Brigante gonna try and stretch his fuel 22 laps. White flag in the air. This one going to go 100 laps. But does the 13 have enough fuel to make it to the end? Brigante off of turn number 2. Andrew Schroeder on his back bumper. Schroeder gonna try and push him. The 5 makes a move to the outside. Here comes the 41 of Peter DeBorgia. Kevin Freeze goes up to the high side with him. That leaves the 5 of Sanchez in the middle with no help. Here they come off of turn number 4. The 13's gonna get turned. And Andrew Schroeder in a drag race. And here comes Sanchez in the 5. And at the line, it is going to be Rick Sanchez picking up his 2nd win of the season. Peter DeBorgia scored in 2nd and 3rd. Andrew Schroeder. How about that finish, ladies and gentlemen? A brilliant fuel-saving strategy puts Sanchez, DeBorgia, and Schroeder onto the podium. Go ahead and take a look at our race results. As soon as they pop up, not everyone has made it by just yet. And now we can take a look. Rick Sanchez, Peter DeBorgia, Andrew Schroeder, your top 3. Those fuel tanks are dry. Hopefully they don't pull a George Russell and are 1 kilogram light. Zach Fritsch, Vicente Guerrero round out your top 5. Adam Strom, Kevin Freeze, Casey Gilchrist, Andy Brigante, and Jeff Crosby Jr. in 6th through 10th. 11th place goes to Jeremy Stanley. Hunter Reynolds 12th. 13th is Jimmy Reynolds. Zach Workman ends up 14th. Sean McCara 15th. Nate Warren 16th. 17th place, that is the 6 of Cody Nagels. They were one of the first ones to hit pit road very early in this final run to the end. That strategy proving not to be the right one. It's a tough call to make one way or another. Adam Kilday in 18th. Alex Green 19th. Richard Kuhn 20th. 21st goes to Dave Hunt. Jeff Crosby Sr. 22nd. 23rd Josh Ball. 24th Bubba Whittingham. John Guerrero 25th. Stephen Miles 26th. 27th David Overstreet. Dustin Logston 28th. And 29th goes to Anthony English. As the 5 of Rick Sanchez picks up win number 2 And let's see if we can't get the driver of the number 5. I'll tell you what, he is right place, right time. Rick, got your ears on, bud?
Hey, buddy, what's up?
Man, oh man, tell me about that final run and how you all managed to pull that off.
I have no idea. I actually started sputtering coming to the line, and I thought the outside line actually got me. So when I looked up and it said I had first place, I was like, I don't know how that happened, because it was cutting out on me coming to the line before I even got there.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, that is a great points haul for you, Mr. Sanchez, because you already had one win. So that win and you're in only applies if you're in the top 24. You came into tonight's race 23rd in points. Picking up this race win, going to propel you up a few more spots. What's it going to take for you to keep this trend and keep working forward in the point standings?
A whole lot of luck. You know, these races, you got to have a lot of luck. And there, I went almost a lap down. I was half a lap down at the beginning. We had a big checkup, and it didn't bring a yellow. And we were just kind of hanging on, and then luckily we got that yellow, and we got caught back up. So, but yeah, then I took my teammate out. I don't know if you saw that. Hopefully you didn't. Maybe y'all had a sponsor break or something at that time.
Was that the single car spin down below the yellow line that didn't bring out the yellow?
Nah, I think that'd be it.
No, we didn't see that at all.
Okay, good. Yeah, it was poor Adam, and we're both like, and we couldn't understand what happened, because it was just normal moving along, and didn't seem like that should have happened.
No, it did look like it suddenly snapped around on him. Not a hard impact or anything like that, but man, sometimes that happens. So, yeah. Mr. Sanchez, race win number 2 for you on the season. Any shout outs, thank yous, anything you need to add?
Everybody, butt kicker, got to thank them. Who else? Help me.
Your teammates. Who's your teammates?
My teammates over here on Vendetta. They're always supported. And OP, always a great league to run with, and all the guys out here. And Turn 3 for broadcast, putting on a good show. Yourself. And so the rest of the drivers. Thank them.
All right, man. Well, nice job, Mr. Sanchez. I am glad I was here for this one, as I did miss the first one you got this season.
Oh, that's right. That was that one, wasn't it?
But absolutely, man. I'll tell you what, before I let you go, I will say I was kind of cheering for you because I did want to be here for one of your wins. And thank you very much for doing that for me. I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
All right, that is Rick Sanchez picking up the race win here tonight from Vendetta Motorsports. Nice job, Rick Sanchez. Now let's move on to our driver who finished in second place. That is the 41 of Peter DeBorgia, who almost outran everybody, but not quite. Coming up second place, still not a bad place to be. Mr. DeBorgia, tell me a little bit about that final run to the end.
My gosh, this is so much fun, aren't they? I don't know how fun it was to watch. I don't know if you guys knew how close it was, but...
Oh, I knew.
Okay, it was... I mean, you heard me in the last interview. I still had that minute of damage to get fixed, so I stayed in the back the whole run because I was like, I wasn't sure how bad my mileage was going to be compared to the guys who had clean cars entirely. So I was trying to be careful, and Jeff was back there with me, and Zach was back there with me. We're just doing the math, and it was like, all right, I think I'm good no matter what here. I think the guys who took some runs a little bit earlier weren't paying attention to their fuel early on in the run. I'm going to be better off than they are. The thing I'm going to kick myself about is on the backstretch there when Rick jumped up to the middle lane. And I know he wanted me to push him and work with him there, but I was unaware if he's jumping up into the middle there because he's out of fuel or if he's jumping up to the middle lane because he's ready to go. And I had to make a split-second decision with Kevin on my bumper, and I just went to the third, and Kevin was afraid he was going to run out. So he he stayed there and let Zach through. And I just feel like if we had communicated that amongst ourselves a little bit better and thought about it a bit more, that I should have stayed middle with Rick there. And then it looked like he ran out like right before the straight, but that wasn't enough for me to catch him. But had I had the push before and been clear already, maybe I would have got him there. But that's all right. Good for him. 2 races on the season for him, and we got a bunch of points in a P2. So all of the teammates in the top 16, and I would have cashed that check anytime during this race beforehand. So I can't be mad about a P2.
Well, I will tell you, at one point on that white flag lap, I did see the 5 get trapped in the middle, and I thought for sure that was it for him, but somehow he surged ahead, and I can confirm he did say it sputtered right before he got to the checkered flag.
Yeah,
but,
I had to be careful because I didn't want to run him over if he was out of gas and ruin my race there. Kevin was pushing me, but he was saying he was about to run out, so the plan there, he was just, he's not my team Discord, he's saying this in main comms, he's like, I'm running out, so it separated Zach from me, and Zach went to the middle, and I think it gave Richard just enough draft to really push ahead and surge ahead there and hold on to the end. But that's all right. Pretty cool podium. Like I said, Rick getting his second OP Monday win, and I'll take the points. And Andrew getting third. We had a really big mix-up today. A lot of guys who've been at the front all season weren't really at the front there at the end. And I know Zach and Nate were really hoping for a caution, and we're running away with it. Didn't work out in their favor, but that was fun. We don't do those all the time. Usually we get a caution with like 10 or 5 to go, and everyone's on the same fuel, and doesn't really matter that much. So having a nail biter like that, I think, is fun to mix up with once in a while.
Absolutely, man. I was hooting and hollering, I'll tell you that much. So
that's awesome.
Mr. DeBorgia, before we let you go, shout outs, thank yous, anything you'd like to add for this solid second place finish here tonight?
Well, I thank the fans for watching earlier. I ain't thanking them now. We put on a great show for you, so you should be thanking them. No, I'm just kidding. We do this because we're having a fun time no matter what. So it's really cool to see, like I said, all the chats and YouTube chat there, and everything you're doing in the booth, the admins, all the work they're putting in, my teammates, Zach, Jeff, and Nate. And we're thinking about Gabe. I know he hasn't been out here for a little while. He's dealing with some family stuff right now, and you see a lot of the JB hearts on a lot of the cars out here, and we're thinking about you, bud.
I can tell you that Gabe was watching tonight. He did stop by and he did say hello.
It's awesome. So, but yeah, we're keeping his family and thoughts and prayers and whatnot there, and keeping tabs on that guy. We're just doing pretend race cars, bud. We don't need you back here anytime soon. Take your time, but we miss you.
All right, that is Peter DeBorgia bringing it home in second place. Nice job, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, now let's move on to our third and final step of the podium, and that is none other than the 48. But Zach is here. Zach, what's up? Zach, hi. Yes.
Hey.
Hi.
I clicked the wrong channel.
All right, then leave.
Oh, okay. Hi. Bye, KR.
Bye. He is so fishy. All right, Mr. Schroeder. Got your ears on, bud?
Yes, I do. What's up, buddy?
Hey, I hear you finished in third place, man.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm happy. I'm totally happy. Good, I feel bad I spun Andy, but he ran. We almost timed it perfect on fuel, and he ran out right at pit road, and I figured, all right, I got it, and beat before the start finish line. It is what it is.
All right, man. Well, the white flag lap. First of all, you guys were trying to stretch your fuel, going at least, what was it, 20, about 20, 21 laps?
Yeah, we stayed out that last caution, right? I believe it was, and I don't know, it all happened. So much just happened right there. I don't even remember all of it. It was just, if we would have just waited a half a lap longer to take that run and pass everybody, probably would have been all right. But I really wanted to push my teammate Andy to the win. I feel so bad he didn't get it, but next time.
Well, now, what I saw was maybe the possibility of the 13 running out of fuel. Do you guys know if that's what happened?
Yeah, he ran out. Yeah, he coming up before he thought that he had enough, and so we just stayed in it because I saw them coming in the mirror. But he ran out like coming up to pit road, and so I was like, all right, so I'm by myself, but I figured I still had a good enough run, and I started sputtering, a couple hundred feet before the start finish line. But it was good. Finished third. I'll take it.
All right, man. Well, I'll tell you what, this 48, I know you don't have the best of luck in these things, so I'm absolutely thrilled to have you on a podium and get an interview with you. So
thank you. It's been coming around. Even in other leagues, I got a win last night. It's starting to come around. The luck's changing.
Very good, very good. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything you need to add for this third place finish here tonight?
My teammates, Andy and John, for sure. Butt kicker, OP, definitely all the guys at OP. They do a great job. And just had a great time tonight. Had a really good time. So I want to thank everybody. Feels good to start running good for a change.
All right, man. Well, once again, nice job. Great third place finish. None other than the 48 of Andrew Schroeder. All right, before we go too much further, though, the Jets are on their paint scheme.
Oh, always. You'll never see me. Well, once in a while I run my Yankees, but you'll always be Jets.
Are we going to get
support them?
Are we going to get 5 plays out of your high end quarterback this season?
Everybody will ask me. See, it's almost August, so I'm optimistic. Do this every year. I'm telling you, Aaron Rodgers, Super Bowl and league MVP this year. Boom, put it in the books.
All right. Well, I like Rodgers. It was tough go last season, but I think he's dedicated and he'll fight back.
Yes, sir.
All right. So Andrew Schroeder bringing it home in third place, man. Nice job.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night.
Absolutely. That was our podium finishing drivers here tonight. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. I know I did. What an outstanding finish it was. I hope you guys will join us next week as we will be at Talladega. And man, it is going to be another outstanding race here with OP. I will say who only won. Sean Stevens wins a quadzillion internet bucks. He was the only one who said under, and we were under. The house loses. Kevin Nagels, we are not coming to get your doghouse. Your nice little pretty beagle will keep her home. So with that being said, guys, thank you very much for joining me here tonight. I hope you all enjoyed the show. So until next time, y'all stay safe. I'll see you next week.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.